Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, yes, I did shave, I did put on a new shirt because no more ideas, no more talking about strategies. In today's video, we're going to get right down to business and create a budget. One of the most important steps you can take to gaining financial independence and freedom is to make for yourself a budget. Knowing where your money is going versus what money you have coming in each month. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to this channel, as that really does help out the YouTube algorithm with pointing people to this channel, and it gives more people access to this content. If more people get access to this content, that means more people are learning about how to be more financially independent and successful. Before you start creating a budget for yourself, you need to know basically two things. Number one, what money you have coming in each month, and number two, where that money is going. What bills do you need to make every month to not be taken to jail? What do you owe every month, and how much money do you have coming in each month to pay for that? And you want to be able to look and see, is my income, is it more than my bills, or are my bills more than my income? And that way I'm actually depleting my funds as I go. That's not a healthy position to be in. And then you also want to see, maybe your income and your bills level each other out. It's not the worst situation to be in, but in that case, you're going to be finding yourself living paycheck to paycheck. And a lot of people don't like that. There's no real financial freedom with that because you're so reliant on the paycheck coming in. If you don't get that, you're going to be all stressed and worried that you can't pay for your finances. You can't pay your bills. All right, let's get started. I'm going to go grab my whiteboard and then we're going to get down to business. All right, everybody. So I tried doing the budget on the whiteboard and let's just say it didn't work. So as I said before, it's important to know two main things here. We have to start with our expenses. This is what is due each and every month. I've gone through and kind of listed out the basics of what I have due every month. And you also have to know your income. And this is basically what you make per month. And this we're going to use to pay for this. Yeah. So as you can see, there's only one option right here for income. And that's because right now I don't have any other income streams. That's kind of one of the goals of this channel, that I'm trying to build other income streams. So it doesn't just say work salary, it says like YouTube monetization and affiliate marketing, product sales, etc. The list goes on and on. But right now, it just says work salary. So we're going to work with what our work salary is. So for my job, I actually get paid bi-weekly, and my job's pretty much semi-commission based, meaning that I get paid per person I see. Like I said before, I'm an occupational therapist. I work in home care, so I get paid per client or per patient I see in a 2-week time period. What I did was I took 3 months worth of paychecks, averaged them out to see what I would get on a monthly basis. That number for a monthly income basis, averaged out, is $4,151.83. That's all we have to work with right now. So now we're going to go ahead and look at our expenses. And once again, we have to use this to pay for all of these. So, number one expense that I have each month is my mortgage loan, and that is $1,000. I think it comes out to $998, but I just set it to do an auto charge of $1,000 on the first of every month, and that's a 30-year mortgage right there. Boom. The next payment I have, Sallie Mae, is my private student loans. I'll probably be making a separate video regarding these two loan accounts, as this is my student loan. But Sallie Mae, which is my private student loans, I pay per month, I pay $1,000. Woohoo! So, just to clarify, I don't actually have this much due every month. I think if I were to look at how much is actually due, it's somewhere around, well, right now it just says nothing because I've been paying $1,000 every month. And I think when I first started, I had it refinanced and it told me I was like $300 was due every month, but I've always put down $1,000. So I'm several months ahead. As I've talked about before in my videos, one of my main goals right now is just to demolish my student loan debt. So I'm putting down 1,000 doubloons every month for good old Sally Mae here. Moving on to the government loans. Once again, another disclaimer for this. These loans have been in deferment since March. I'm sure you can maybe figure out why. These have been in deferment, but I've still continued to pay them each and every month. These I pay, this is not a joke, $1,000 every month. Now, like I said, similar to the Sally Mae situation, $1,000 isn't actually what I owe every month, but that's how much I put down. So I'm actually many months ahead of my payment right now, but I'm just focusing on completely demolishing my student loan debt. I want it done. I want it over with. And as you can see, once it's done and over with, I get this much extra cash each month. That's a separate video. Moving on, car payment. I have for my car payment, this is my car loan. And actually, similar story, just like with the student loans, I'm actually paying extra because I want the loan to be over sooner. I think it normally would be $198, but I pay $300 a month. Auto insurance. This is for both my own vehicle plus my wife's vehicle. $180 a month. I just learned tonight, actually, how I can save, I think it's $641 over the next 3 years with auto insurance. But I want to make a separate video for that. Groceries. Groceries haven't been totally consistent. The first month of groceries was very expensive because we had no groceries in the house. So we literally had to stock the house with groceries. So, I just spit everywhere. Yes, no joke. 2 people. That. $400, roughly. Gas and electric. Once again, I'm going to have to caveat every single one of these, but this hasn't been consistent. My first month, this is actually what it cost my first month here, $120. However, my second month here, it was $30. So I kind of just going with the flow at this point. Internet, this is pretty consistent. $50. Phone, I actually just learned what this was tonight. This is for both my phone and my wife's phone each month. That's together. So total, it's $89 per month. And water, once again, this is not a consistent charge because this one's actually bi-monthly. But I'm going to round it out and say it's $50. Even though I've only paid for it once so far, and it was $8. But I asked the previous owner how much it typically is. He says it's anywhere from $20 to $50, and I'm just going to use that higher number. So here's our work salary. This is how much money we have to work with. For the sake of this demonstration, I'm not including my wife's income because right now it fluctuates a little bit too much, and I'm letting her just focus on paying her student loan. She has student loans as well. Not like this, though. Much lower. And she also has a credit card she's paying off. So I'm letting her just focus on that and use her income towards that. So this is just mine. Here's all our monthly bills. And let's add all these up and see what they total. Let's see. If anyone wants to, they can comment down below what the total is, you math wizards out there. And before I put the number in, let's see. I'm not the greatest with these things, but comment down below what you think it is, and boom, $4,189 every month. That's kind of crazy. It doesn't take anyone to be a math genius here to realize that we're not going to be in the black here. We're going to be in the red. We'll come over here. We'll take how much we make at work, which is the only income stream. We'll subtract it from how much we have due, and we get negative $37.17. This is why it is extremely important to have a budget. As you can see here with this budget I just made, I'm in the negative. Definitely I could make some tweaks here because I actually don't have $1,000 due for each of these loans. Like I said, Sally Mae, I'm months ahead of schedule. Government loans have been in deferment, but because right now there's no interest added to them, I'm literally just paying on principal. I've been just shooting down $1,000 each month for my government loans. But I think going forward, I might have to adjust these a little bit. I did figure out a way to make this my auto insurance, I did figure out a way to make that considerably lower, which I am excited to do because $180 is actually quite a lot. Groceries, this is a cost that each month now it's not going to be $400. It just was up front. So that's going to be a little bit lower. And these gas and electric and water are also, the water is not even a monthly charge, that's bi-monthly, and gas and electric does fluctuate a little bit. I don't think it's going to go ever over $120. Like I said, my bill this month was $30. So this number, even though it is negative right now, I am confident that on a normal month, it's actually going to be in the positive. However, it's probably not going to be as positive as I would like it to be. I would like that to show an extra $1,000 at least every month. I know, looking at what I have so far, that doesn't look realistic, especially because this is the salary, this is my income, and these are the expenses, and these aren't really going away. Yeah, it's going to take some troubleshooting, some thinking through things to come up with a logical and healthy solution so that I can begin saving more money each month. And the reason for that is I want to be able to save more so that I can put it towards investments, put it towards future business endeavors, put it towards maybe increasing the quality of this channel. This is the budget, and it's super important to do this because if I didn't, I wouldn't know that I'm actually hemorrhaging money. You keep this up for a while, you're actually going to be out of money. If you find yourself in a hole, the first thing to do is to put down the shovel and stop digging. And this is me putting down the shovel and stop digging, figure out where I can begin cutting expenses, and also thinking through ideas and ways that I can increase my income. You do those two things, I'll be on my way to more financial freedom and financial independence. So let's take a step back and evaluate what just happened. The first time I drew up that budget, I'll be honest with you, I got sick to my stomach because I did not realize I was in this predicament. I didn't realize that the amount of money I had coming in was going straight back out into my bills and expenses. I knew I was paying a lot for bills each month, especially with all those high student loan payments, but I didn't really know that I was basically living paycheck to paycheck. Now comes the time where I have to evaluate and figure out what I'm going to do. I would like to continue paying very high on my student loans. I want to get those done and away with as fast as I can. Maybe I'll actually make a separate video on how much in total I owe for student loans, where I started and where I am now, and that progress of paying them completely off. And also, just a quick disclaimer, I'm making this video in no way to boast about finances. As you can see, I'm basically right now kind of in the stage where I'm living paycheck to paycheck. There's a lot of new expenses that I haven't prepared for, like owning a home and all the bills that come with that. Before this, my two largest expenses were my student loans. I paid roughly about $2,000 on them every month. And then I had gas and car insurance. That was really it. But now, with owning a home, there's a lot more expenses that get tacked on. And so that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm making this channel. That's why I'm formulating a budget. That's why I'm showing you guys my budget and encouraging you to create your own so that you don't end up in a situation like this. And if you are in a situation like this, it gives you a chance to step back and think and say, okay, what do I need to do to cut some of those expenses? What do I need to do to get myself to where my income is outweighing my expenses, my liabilities? And so over the next, I don't know how long it's going to take here, but over the next while, I'm going to be sitting down with myself, thinking, pondering, meditating, and with my wife, sitting down with her and showing her, like, this is how much we have to work with each month. What can we do to decrease our expenses? And there you have it, a full breakdown of my budget, which right now is in shambles. It's just in shambles. But either way, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a like, a thumbs up, and maybe a helpful tip of encouragement in the comment box below. I really gotta kind of think hard of what I need to do to get myself out of this situation. It's been very eye-opening. It's been very heart-wrenching for me to do this. But if you would like to see how I do get myself out of this situation and hear more tips and tricks about how you can get yourself out of a situation like me as I go through it myself, be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. It does really help. And stay tuned for more content on my financial quest to financial freedom and independence. Thank you so much for watching.